Today we're talking freestyling. It's one of the core elements of Rocket League. Whether you're a beginner or a pro, there is nothing more satisfying than getting that perfect touch no defender would have a chance at. It takes skill, practice, timing, and a little bit of luck. Add some flair and you've got something worth showing off. That mix of flips and spins makes us want to practice that sick shot we've been dying to hit. If you're like me, I've been working on double flip resets. But I suck. And I'm a drain champion. So that got me thinking, what would happen if I asked a player from every single rank to freestyle? What would that look like? And man, it was not at all what I expected. But before I answer the question, I have something to point out. I've been doing some maths lately, and it turns out that half of the people who watch my videos are not subscribed. Now, I can't force you to do anything, so I'm gonna pull the mom card. I'm disappointed. Okay, let's get into the video. To answer the question, I recruited players from every rank all the way up to GC. I brought them into a private match and simply told them they had 5 minutes to show me their best freestyle. After I had gotten every player's best shot in that time, I made a montage. Here's how it went down. First up was a Bronze 2. This guy had just gotten the game, so freestyling was kind of a new concept to him. He immediately goes for a ceiling shot. I don't know who taught him that, but he definitely knew what it was and knew how to flip. He actually told me that was his first time ever going for a ceiling shot, so let's give the Bronze some credit. Finally, he decides it's time to go for a freestyle, maybe like an air dribble or something. I don't know what the game plan was, but he doesn't quite land it. So he decides to knock it out of the way, you know, so that wouldn't count. But he hasn't figured out really side flipping yet, so that actually counts as a goal. And finally, there's only like 15 seconds left on the clock, and he needs to score something at all. He goes for the air dribble, but I guess that's a freestyle. I don't know. So the Bronze was rough, but next up was a Silver 2, and I felt really solid about it. He wasn't quite as positive as I was.
Well, I've been trying to do some, like, air dribbles.
Okay.
Those are, you know, kind of hard.
It seemed like he wasn't very confident, or maybe didn't trust in his ability to freestyle yet, but his car control and movements were already better than our Bronze, so we're already seeing improvement. About halfway through, he finally goes for a shot, and this ends up being the only one that goes in the whole game. He goes for an air dribble, doesn't quite make it, and I guess that's his freestyle. Next up, we had our Gold 3. Now, he was a bit confused when I told him he had 5 minutes to freestyle, but eventually he kind of figured out and understood what I was asking for. He also told me he doesn't freestyle much at all, so this was a learning experience for both of us. You can tell he kind of moves around the map and maybe a little confused of what to do and what freestyling should look like, so he kind of flounders around and a little bit awkward with his car. If I had to pick, I might change the camera settings, but you know, that's just me. So here's a little, I don't know, doomsy dish action. We're making progress. About halfway through, just like everyone else, the Gold finally decides it's time to hit his first freestyle. And I'm going to go ahead and note, this is actually his only goal of the game, so this is what we had to take. He goes and pinches it, kind of, goes for some sort of angle, doesn't get it, and the ball rolls into the net. That's it. Next up, we had a Plat 2, and you can already tell his movement and speed around the map is just way more effective. This guy was pretty familiar with freestyling. He said he already does it in his free time. That's what he likes to spend a lot of time on. So he seemed a lot more smooth and kind of understood what he was doing. His general ball control just looked consistent, and he even knew how to do a ceiling shot and clearly practiced this quite a lot. He made contact, and actually that almost went in, so he ended up making one of our nicer goals. The highlight shot from our Plat came when he decided to go for a double touch. He got a nice power on the ball and actually spun around a good bit and made good contact and placed it right in. And now we have our Diamond. This guy was a Diamond 1 who says he does not do freestyles much at all. But as we get into the higher ranks, I expect their car control and ball control to just go up. So even though he kind of misses the air dribble there, he gets a lot of touches and recovers really well. And that's kind of what happens as you get into these higher ranks. Since he wasn't a freestyler, I was happy that he came up with a goal anyways. So here's the shot that he hit. He goes for the setup, gets it nice and up the wall, gets a couple touches on this air dribble here, and actually drills it back in the bottom right corner. So it was a pretty nice shot. Now that we've gotten to Champ 2, my expectations are way higher. I would think he's got to have better mechanics and just appear more smooth. We can tell by the shots he's going for already that he's going to hit a much nicer shot because he's put a lot of hours into the game. And that's exactly what we expect from a Champ 2. So here's the shot that he came up with. We chose this shot because it was a true freestyle. He had lots of spins, lots of control, and actually hit a little double tap at the end here, so this was a good shot for him. Finally, we've reached Grand Champion. I happen to know this guy, and he is a freestyler. He loves to go for really hard mechanical shots. He had a particular shot in mind that he wanted to hit when filming this, so I bet you can guess it just by judging what he's going for right now. But I am not going to spoil the shot that he hits. It will be revealed at the end of the montage that I've made from everyone's best freestyles so far. I don't care how poo the goal was. I tried to make it look as dope as possible. So tell me what you think and check out the shot that he comes up with at the very end. That montage turned out really cool, and thanks to everyone who participated. The difference in skill going up the ranks was awesome to see. Our Grand Champ hit that clean double flip reset. The thing that surprised me was that you could easily tell when someone practices freestyling no matter the rank. For instance, the Plat hit one of our nicer freestyles. I don't know about you, but I'm inspired. Get out there and whiff some sick freestyles like I do all the time.